Despite all this, you hold your head high. You refuse to turn against man or God, although you have every reason to do so. You write, instead, secretly, at night, documenting your terrible experiences. You craft a personal memoir, a single day in the labor camps, and, miracle of miracles, the clouds part, the sun shines through. Your book is published, and in your own country. It meets with unparalleled acclaim nationally and internationally. But the sky darkens once again and the sun disappears. The repression returns. You become, once again, a non-person. The secret police, the dread KGB, seize the manuscript of your next book. It sees the light of day, nonetheless, but only in the West. There, your reputation grows beyond the wildest of imaginings. The Nobel Committee itself bestows upon you its highest literary honor. The Soviet authorities, stripped of their camouflage, are enraged. They order the secret police to poison you. You pass once again near death. But you continue to write, driven, solitary, intolerably inspired. The Gulag Archipelago documents the absolute and utter corruption of the dogmas and doctrines of your state, your empire, your leaders, and yourself. And then that is printed too, not in your own country, but in the West, once again, from copies oh so dangerously hidden and smuggled across the borders. And your great book bursts with unparalleled and dreadful force into the still naive and unexpecting literary and intellectual world. You are expelled from the Soviet Union, stripped of your citizenship, forced to take residency in a society both strange to you and resistant in its own way to your prophetic words. But the power of your stories and the strength of your morals demolish any remaining claims to ethical and philosophical credibility still made by the defenders of the collectivist system that gave rise to all that you witnessed. Years pass, but not so many from the perspective of history. Then, another miracle. The Soviet Union collapses. You return home. Your citizenship is restored. You write and speak in your reclaimed homeland until death claims you in 2008. A year later, the Gulag Archipelago is deemed mandatory reading by those responsible for establishing the national school curriculum of your home country. Your impossible victory is complete. The 3 volumes of the Gulag Archipelago, one continuous extended scream of outrage, are, paradoxically, brilliant, bitter, disbelieving, and infused with awe. Awe at the strength characterizing the best among us in the worst of all situations. In that monumental text, published in 1973, Aleksandr Solzhenitsyn conducted an experiment in literary investigation, a hybrid of journalism, history, and biography, unlike anything ever written before or since. In 1985, the author bestowed his approval upon Edward E. Erickson Jr.'s single-volume abridgement, republished here on the 50th anniversary of the completion of the full 3-volume edition and centenary of the author's birth, and sold some 30 million copies in 35 languages. Between the pages of Solzhenitsyn's book, apart from the documentation of the horrors of the legions of the dead, counted and uncounted, and the masses whose lives were torn asunder, are the innumerable soul-chilling personal stories, carefully preserved, making the tragedy of mass betrayal, torture, and death not the mere statistics Stalin so disdainfully described, but individual, real.